Hi guys, I'm just gonna double check that I'm going live. So give me 1 second. I'm looking at you. Okay, I see you and I see myself on YouTube. So I think we're fine. So hi guys, how are you? In case you haven't been here before, my name is Natalie and I'm actually gonna be your host for the next hour. So we're just gonna wait until a few people show up, and I think Heather is going to be, our moderator for the day. Hi, Vicky. Hi, Amanda. I'm looking down because my phone has all the information. I only see myself on the screen. So we're just going to wait for a few more people to show up. But tell me, what you guys have been up to? Did you guys buy anything in the last release? There's a lot of things. So I see, I think Heather is Heather today, the voice in the sky. Oh, nice. Your first child's Natalie. My name was not supposed to be Natalie, but it is a beautiful name. It was supposed to be something different, but when my father got to, sign up at the registry, he totally forgot and changed my name to whatever he found first. So my name was not supposed to be Natalie, but I enjoy it now. Um, I'm just reading the comments. How are you? Like I said before, if you guys got anything, any comments, remember to, you know, add them onto the section, the comment section. Heather's there, so if I can read them, she'll be able to, answer your questions. And I'm gonna try my best to read and work along. So, hi Heather. As always, coming from Toronto, it's really humid in Toronto today. It's really hot, so you're gonna see me sweat through the entire process. Plus, when it's really hot, especially within the changes in the seasons, my allergies start to flare. And so if you hear me sneeze, my apologies. I'm gonna apologize ahead of time because they could be really bad. So no, my mom did not. You know what? My mom, I think she did get mad. I don't know. My parents were divorced a long time ago. So from what she tells me, she was upset because she liked the other name, but she likes, she liked my name too. I think it was the second or third choice. I have a really long name, like South America. I'm from Ecuador, so South American people tend to add a name, a middle name, plus we carry both our last names. Like I carry my dad's and my mom's. That's just the legal way that we are supposed to write our names down south in Ecuador. So my name is like a line long. So it's Natalie. Oh, I'm saying Spanish, but Natalie Alexandra Tarco Delgado. So legally in Ecuador, I have four. Like my name is this long. So, and then on top, when he wrote it, he did not write like, the Spanish version. I actually have, I think it's the French version of the name. So it wasn't pleasant growing up, especially in a Spanish speaking country. But what can we do? So I see a few more of you showing up. Laura, Liz, hello. I see Clara, Amanda. So, as always, remember to leave your comments at the end of the session. We'll pick a winner. You will win a gift certificate for $15 to the shop, and you want to use it because there's a sale this weekend. There's always a sale on the weekends, and there's a lot of new products. I know a few of them are on restock, but they're worth it. And I'm going to show you a little bit of, we're going to mix today scrapbooking material, which means papers and embellishments. And we're going to bring some of the card making supplies. I'm going to bring some stamps. I'm going to bring a hot foil plate. We're going to bring dice because I think there's a beauty in mixing and matching and creating something very unique. So I'm just gonna see everything here, all the comments. We're just gonna give it 1 or 2 more minutes before we flip the camera and I turn on the lights. So like I said before, I just, right before you guys, I came online because it always happens in my life. I got a message from, that I have to deal with some stuff after there's some packages that are not arriving because somehow my apartment number got smudged, so it might be a little bit of a delay. So, but yesterday, I think most of the design team got the Christmas collection. And next time I come live, which is in 2 weeks, we'll play along with it, and it's beautiful. So make sure you keep, your eyes peeled for that. It's gonna be coming to the shop, and you want to get it. It's gorgeous. So I'm just looking at. Hi Terry. Hi Nikki. I'm just reading your names. Yeah, hot foil. Yeah. I already have the machine. It's already hot foil, but can't do that live. It's gonna be a lot, it's gonna be quite a bit of work. Like I said, we're gonna mix stuff here today. We're gonna mix a little bit of washi tape, a little bit of everything to create something. I'm gonna go show you a monochromatic layout, very simple with a few little touches that are gonna make it really cool. So let me see. I'm just looking at if we have, I'm just reading here, just sorry if I'm looking that, I'm just looking at my phone. I'm gonna pull it up so you guys see me. So I'm just, you know, refreshing the feed to make sure that I'm okay, that everybody's here, that I haven't missed anybody. And I think we're good to go. So I'm gonna flip the camera and then we're gonna get started. So you're gonna see me turn on the lights and I'll see you back in a bit. So just let me flip the camera right now and we're gonna get started. Okay, let's see. Hope you can hear me. I think I can, you're okay. So make sure that, you know, if there's a problem with the audio, let me know because I've been known to mute it by accident, but I think I'm okay. I make sure to fix that before we started the live. So I think I'm okay with this. So today, like I said before, we are gonna create a monochromatic layout and we're gonna mix scrapbooking material, in this case, the Best Day collection, with a little bit of washi tape, and I have here some, but we're gonna need a few more. We're gonna need quite, not quite, but we're gonna need quite a bit of the washi tape and a little bit of hot foiling and some dyes in a fun way. So I'm gonna show you some ideas. So now that I think I'm ready, let's get started. And I've already pulled my picture. This is the picture that we're gonna document. That's my son, that's my daughter. They're teenagers now, obviously. Well, he's 20, he's past teenager stage. So I wanted to create something monochromatic. First of all, it's an autumn photo. We go apple picking all the time. Like, well, before COVID, every year we're taking the kids apple picking on Thanksgiving Day, which here in Canada happens to be the middle of October. So this is the last picture, I think 2 years ago. It's the last year because of COVID, we did not go, it was closed. So I pulled this picture. I love the colors. I wanted to pop. So the best way to make this pop is to keep something very neutral on the background. Now, neutral doesn't mean boring. Neutral means that we're gonna create a monochromatic layout. And the way we're gonna go about it, I'm gonna talk to you, I'm gonna start moving stuff around so we can get going, is we are gonna emphasize one color and add a few other colors that are not gonna take away from it. So I'm gonna start this here. And if you saw my last video, then you're gonna realize that I made a major blunder cutting paper because you know that saying measure, what is it? Measure twice, cut once. I did the opposite. I cut twice, measure once. So I have 2 strips of the same paper and I'm just reading you comments. Hello, Marcia, Lauren, Barbara. If I miss anybody, I'm sorry. I'm trying to work and read at the same time. So I have 2 strips of paper, same paper, and you're gonna see how I tell you that what is the saying again? Measure twice, cut once. I did the opposite. So you're gonna see that, of course, you know. So I don't want to waste it. So we're gonna use it anyway. So let's get started. This paper is the Best Day paper, I think, or it's the Love This Day. Sorry, and this is the paper that has the beautiful black and white illustrations of branches on the one side. I'm gonna use the B side. I like this blue tone. So I'm gonna go ahead, let me just move the paper from here so I don't, you know, my mess is not that big at the end of the day. So I'm gonna start, have my ruler ready. You're gonna see that I was ready this time around. And of course I'm gonna trim the branding strip right here. So let's get going on this. And we're gonna make sure that in this case, all my embellishments and all my layout is gonna be right on the center of my page. So once I have my strips done, and again, it's one single strip, it's not 2, like I said, I made a mistake. This strip here is actually 4 inches wide in case you wanna replicate this. This is 4 inches wide. I'm gonna say right around the center of my layout. So I'm gonna go ahead and secure this because it's ready to go. I have to get a new ruler with all the measurements listed. Yeah, you know what? I'm really good. I like the straight lines. And like I said, when I was cutting on my project, don't ask me. After I cut it, I was like, oh, Natalie, you did not think about it. And I had to cut twice. And I had the leftover pieces and I was like, oh, but then it's gonna come in handy here. Hello, Linda. I'm not gonna foil live, but I'm sure there's a few videos, because I just read the comment. There's a few videos here on the YouTube channel. There's one that Carissa created that shows you exactly how the Pinkfresh Studio foil plates work. You can also see Heather's and Leah's lives. They show you exactly how to use the hot foil. And if you have a hot foil machine, I have a glimmer machine, it is addicting. And I mean addicting. Like I think if you know that you've seen one of a design team members, Susie, her name is Con Dos Limones, she's from Spain. And when I bought my high foiling machine, I told her buy one. And she's like, I don't know, I can't find it. Now she's desperately looking for one and she can't find one in Spain. So going back to this layer. So now I have this, my photo is gonna sit right there, but I think I wanna emphasize the blue. So we are going to pull some papers from the collection. We're just gonna play with paper right now. And I really like this navy. I just wanna widen this strip a little bit. So I'm thinking that I'm gonna borrow, nice way to say it, the strips from the side here. So I just wanna, yeah, this actually matches. You know what? Let's cheat a bit. So I'm actually gonna trim the strip that comes in the packing. See right now, okay? So I just wanna emphasize the color. Like I said, a monochromatic doesn't mean that it's one single color. It means that it's a family of the same color. So you can go with different tones as long as you stay within that color family. So my tones in this case are blues, and I'm gonna stay with blue. I'm gonna bring some gray into it just because it becomes a neutral. So let's see if my idea works. Okay, like I said, I'm just adding a little bit, not much. Just I wanna widen the strip in the middle and create a little bit of like variation. There we go. So we have one. Is that Nathalie? And I'm gonna go ahead and cut another strip from the top of the page here. Again, I just want a little bit of that maybe to pop. It's just gonna make everything pop a little bit more. So I'm gonna go ahead. I think I have my strips, and that is all we're gonna need for this strip. So very simple. I haven't glued anything in place. Like I've glued the center strip. These ones I haven't yet. I'm gonna leave them there and we're gonna see if we need them. If not, just gonna take a little bit of glue. So there we go. I'm gonna place that photo. Already, like I said, everything is going to sit right in the middle. Might move a few things, but most of it is gonna be centered right along this column. So what are we gonna use? If you have looked at this month's challenge, it's all about vegetation and greenery. So that is one of the reasons why I went and pulled the Indigo Vines washi tape. And this washi tape, it's one that I really love. It's a lot of leaves, but it works perfect for this layout. And like I said, it's part of the challenge this month. So make sure you check it out. You still have 1 week to enter the challenge. Create a project, using vegetation or product, and then just upload it onto the site. And then you can win a $50 gift certificate to the shop. So before we keep going, I'm gonna put this aside and we're gonna work with the washi tape. So this is one of the easiest things to do, especially a scrapbook. I'm gonna repeat it because I think I say it every time. It just creates quite a few embellishments in one single shot. So I have my little squeegee tool. You can use a credit card. You can use, I don't know what else we use, but this is just the ones you use when you apply decals onto walls. I have one. So all I'm gonna do is, and I've cut this to around 4 inches. This is 4 by 11, so it's a sheet of cardstock. It's only 65 pounds, and I'm destroying the washi tape here. So it's nothing, I'm not using heavy one. I'm just using regular cardstock for this. Hopefully I don't rip more of this. For some reason it got stuck here, and it's, okay, I think it should be okay. That's okay, it's not gonna, okay. So the way I work about it is I like to start, just make sure the beginning is straight. So you see I'm not straight, there's a little, okay. There's the video washi tape, you can peel and stick. So let's go again. I'm just gonna make sure that I place it in, and I'm just gonna, with the squeegee, I'm just taking all the bubbles, make sure it's straight, and I'm gonna use it just to secure it onto the paper. So I'm taking all the bubbles, making sure it completely affixes to the cardstock, and so I'm going straight. When I get here, I like to use my X-Acto knife. So I'm just gonna trim it right there. And I have my embellishment. Oh, hi, Barbara. You are from New Zealand. It's 5. Oh, wow. Thank you for being here today. I know it's quite an early time for you guys. So one of the beauties of Pink Fresh Studio washi tapes and dies is that you have a die that comes in one single sheet, like in one single piece. That means that it takes the guessing game of, like, you know, having to match each one of the little pieces. And one of the things I've done before is I usually keep pieces of washi tape on my packages. So it's easier for me to keep everything in place in one area, like, so I'm able to work right away. So I'm just going to make sure that my washi tape is nice and, you know, fits within the die. Secure it up here. Secure it down here. I should have my die cutting machine handy. Put it right here. Okay, so I'm going to just, let me bring my machine over here so it makes it easier. So if you see the table wiggle, my apologies, but it's better that way that I go into the other table, then I'm gonna disappear for 2 minutes. So simple as that. I'm just gonna go ahead and cut it. Like I said, my table, I think, is wiggling. My apologies. I'm just going to make sure that it's completely cut. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna leave the machine handy because we're gonna use it later on again. So I'm gonna pull out my washi. Let me just move this out of the way. And you're gonna see, I'm gonna have all the embellishments in one single piece. So, and this is a beautiful washi. Also, there's a stencil, there's a stamp that matches this, so you can create your own color combinations if you want to, if you don't like the navy or the indigo, but I think it's a nice color. So have quite a few here. I think I have like at least 4 or 5 of the sheets. We're not gonna use that many, but we're gonna use quite a bit. So maybe we change the idea. I don't know. I'm known to be changing my ideas as we work with this. So again, it goes back into my little folder, and I leave the washi there, or in this case, I'm gonna just put it here on the back of the package. So whenever I have it, it's ready to go. So let's go back onto the layer. We have our embellishments. This creates quite a bit of embellishment, so you have them ready to go. Let's see. I'm just reading what you have, what you're saying. Yeah, the leaves and the butterflies. Yeah, it's a lot. So, like I said, you're gonna see that I'm just going with the blue motif, and it does look nice. I like the color. It just makes the green and everything in the photo stand out. So we're good to go here. So now we're gonna work on the photo. So one of the things that I have pulled ahead of time, well, not pulled, it's still in the package. Right here. I love this. This is the journaling bit from the Best Day collection. One of my favorite things. And I think I bought another pack because these are great. I love especially the ones that come with the little eyelets. And I don't know how you call them. Well, they're called eyelets. Just brings texture to the layout. And this one I actually like because it kind of matches the color of my daughter's jacket. This jacket is like a teal green. I don't know. It's like a hard color to match. But I like that. And it's going to follow the same idea of the column. So it's going on this vertical line. So I know that I want my photo to sit. I'm going to lose one of them, and that's okay. I don't mind it. So I know, let me just move this here. I'm going to leave some there. I know my photo is going to sit somewhere around there. I'm just going to leave this handy for now. I have my little container here with the ephemera. I have the floral ephemera, the ephemera. But I need something that is going to make the photo stand out a little bit more. So again, I don't know if you guys are like me, but I keep all the little pieces of the paper that I use because I like to hoard paper, first of all, but because I usually end up using it for something else. So like I said before, when you work a monochromatic layout, it means that you're staying within a family of colors. So for this one, I'm going to bring some gray. You're going to see that it is just going to create a matte behind my photo. It's not going to take away from the color. So I want something very neutral, and the gray here is going to be my neutral one. The second one, it actually has a pattern that is similar to the ones in the envelope. So that is why, you know, I chose this paper. And this paper, if I'm not mistaken, I don't have the branding strip, but I think it's, I can't remember the name, so I'm not gonna butcher and guess because it'd be really bad. But this is the gray that has the little flourish, and like I said, it just becomes a neutral, perfect to match your photo. So I'm gonna go ahead and trim the excess. Have it here, so let's see. I'm just reading everything you guys are saying. I have never bought. You know what? I don't do card making. I don't do cards, I should say. I'm just reading what Lori Cohen said. You know, but it's nice to incorporate pattern paper onto your cards too. It always looks pretty. Plus, I'm yelling. Plus, think about it. You won't have to stamp your background. You know, it's just an easy. It just makes it faster in a way. So this is going to be a layer behind the. I'm going to say the envelope here. And again, I'm not gluing anything yet. I'm just setting everything in place. I'm just playing with my layers. Again, we're gonna layer a few things here. I still wanna add a little bit of separation, but I want something really soft. So I thought maybe some vellum might work on this. I have a piece here. Again, vellum is something that I use a lot, and I'm gonna back it with some vellum. So let's just go ahead and do that. So I know that I just want something that's gonna create a soft separation. And vellum does the trick. And for some, I don't like adding foam adhesive straight onto my photos. I like having something in between. I just don't want my photos to be destroyed. Like, you know, in the future, I know there's something about, what is it? The term is escaping me, you know, the line, it's a linen in the paper. You know, I don't want it to destroy my photos. So I'm just adding a piece of vellum in between the layers just to make sure that my picture doesn't get destroyed. You know, once my kids take these scrapbook pages, which one said yes, one said no, but I know they will take them, you know, it's their pictures. It's, you know, it's their life in photos and stories. So I'm hoping they take it. So let's see, thinking. I was thinking too of using the slimline envelope. You know what? I do have the slimline, but I like the little eyelets, and it was just an easier way to do it. But let's see here. So I like that. You see the softness? It just adds a little layer. Thinking I might move this. Do I want to add my story in there? Do I want to keep it up? So for now, we're not committing to if you're gonna go on top or just on the side. But you're gonna see how everything's staying within this line. That's the main thing. You stay within the column of the design. Yeah, so perfect. So now we're gonna add, now that this one seems to be, you know, the way we're gonna go, we're gonna add some foam adhesive behind the photo. And I don't want that much of a lift, just a little bit. So of course my scissors are behind me. So let's just add some foam adhesive. Remember that I'm adding foam adhesive because the envelope, first of all, is a little bit, because of the folded paper, it adds more dimension. So I want to make sure that when I add my photo, it's not going to be, it's at the same level. So that's why I'm adding some foam adhesive behind. So adding a few more pieces. And I think we're going to be ready to secure this. And then we're going to work on embellishing, because this layout is going to be a lot about where we place the embellishments. So let's see, we're good on time. I'm just reading your little comments here, and I know Heather's doing always a great job. Thank you, Heather, for helping. So I'm just going to make sure that like I said, I don't know, I like covering one. I don't think I want to, you know, I just want the little bit of texture that it adds. I want to keep the word favorite. I want to make sure that the favorite, like the word at the bottom of the envelope, shows. So I think I'm good there. So I'm going to go ahead and start committing to some stuff. So just peel the backing of the There we go. See, I'm just reading. There we go. So that's, you know, my little OCD on keeping everything straight is gonna kick in 2 seconds. So bear with me for 2 seconds right there. So, see, I'm just gonna move this a little bit higher. I want a peek of what's behind it. I'm talking to myself. So there we go. Okay, so you're gonna see right now I have my layers. Thinking I might add something here, but for now, we're gonna, you know, leave it as is. I'm gonna leave the tail of the envelope long. It's gonna help me to add some movement, add some interest. So I'm not gonna tuck it in, I'm gonna leave it there. Again, if you wanna use this to add your journaling, then just move the photo a little bit lower so you're able to lift the flap. In this case, I'm just gonna use it as part of my embellishment. So there we go. So we're pretty good with this. I'm not gonna secure it yet until I add my embellishments. So here's where we're gonna bring in the washi tape. I'm just gonna set it aside. I don't think I'm gonna need my reeds. One of them kind of ripped the other day, but I might use that. But I wanna use mostly the ones that come loose. So I'm just gonna move the big ones over here. We might use them, but I'm just gonna dump this here in my table and we're gonna head and use them. So my idea is I wanna add my leaves so that they look as they're coming, they're gonna kind of, how do you call it? Wrap around the column. That's the best way to describe it. Not the entire column, we're not gonna see lots, but we're gonna make it look as if they were wrapping around the column. So here we go. Gonna see. So again, we're gonna start with a bit here. And these ones, the single ones are gonna come in handier, better than the ones that come in the wreath. Just for the design on this one, you wanna have those free edges, like the free ends. It's gonna help you with the movement. So we're gonna see here, the little ones. Again, I'm not gluing anything until I know that is exactly how it's gonna stay. I know that I'm gonna use my string going down, so I wanna make sure that I have leaves that are pointing that way just to help you with the motion, just to help you with, like, you know, make sure your eye moves through the page. So I'm just, you're seeing that I use my hands a lot. Yeah. So I'm just gonna place anything. Like I said, I'm not committing to gluing. I'm just placing everything until I know that is the way that I want it. So, okay, so I like this here. Let's see, a little bit there. So for now, that is making me happy. So now let's flip it onto the other side. I know that I want a larger cluster here. So again, see, I'm not using the entire sheet. I'm trying to stay within this column. The column is the key for your layout. So keep that in mind. Okay, so I'm just going to add this here. And again, like I said, think of it as if the leaves are wrapping around the column. That's the best way that I can to describe this. So just gonna add, and I want to make sure that this one kind of a swag, kind of falls a little bit to the bottom, kind of like drips a little, drops, not drips, drops a little bit here. So let's see, we're working on this. Let's see, and I'm sure that some of you have already seen like the leaves changing in your area. Here in Toronto, I mean, it is starting to change. And I happen to live close to the Humber River. I live in an apartment and my apartment faces right on the ravine. So I'm able to see the colors change as, and I see the colors are starting to change. Well, the time's starting to change, you know, it's getting darker a little bit earlier. But today it's just going back to summer. It's like 30 degrees. It's really humid. Not a good day for Natalie. So, you know, so I'm just adding stuff, just like, you know, now that I'm starting to build my layout, then I know exactly where I need to add more. So I'm just reading here. I'm just reading some stuff. It's sad that I'm trying to read and work and it makes it a little bit hard. So if I miss any comments, I'm not trying to miss them. Just a little bit hard to look down and read. I'm trying to at the same time. So you're gonna see slowly, I'm just kind of creating this little bit of a movement at the bottom here, so not the back, at the bottom here, just kind of create a little bit, like I said, of a swag. So I'm just going through, like I said, you're gonna need quite a few of the leaves. It's just gonna be the main embellishment for your layout. So we might add, so I don't think we're gonna even need florals. I think this is all we're gonna need, the leaves. They're quite nice. And they actually have, I'm just gonna see, there's a little bit of teal in some of them, which is gonna pick some of the colors in the picture. And that's okay. So you're gonna see I have my little, and then just to finish it, I need to add a few more here. So yeah. See, yeah, you gotta look at the, even if you scrapbook, you have to look at the lives that Leah and Heather do. There's a lot of ideas that you can use for your scrapbooking videos. The same as this, you can use some of these ideas for your card making. I hope you do, you know. So I'm gonna add a few more just to make sure that this, you know, has the idea that I have in mind. So I'm just trying to move a few here. Let's see. No, there's ones that come in different positions, so I'm just trying to find them. Okay, this one here, I think it is. I have that one already, so I did a bit of this. So there we go. So you see how I have the impression as if it's wrapping around my little column. And I think I'm pretty much is how this is gonna stay with my, add a few more. I don't think we'll take any. I'm not going extra with the leaves. I'm trying to be, you know, it's better to go less. You can add, but you cannot take away. So let's start with, this seems enough, and then we can add more after if we need to. But I'm just looking at that. There we go. So now that we are happy with this, I'm just going to do, just move this a little bit to the side. These are my extras. Put them here. And what I usually do with my layout is I move them to where they're gonna sit. So I take some of the guessing game after, and we're gonna start actually attaching everything in place. So here, we're gonna see here. So go ahead. We're gonna add some tape to the back of this just to secure it. Again, I never add tape right at the edges because remember, I like to tuck things. So I just keep it right on the center. That leaves me free space to lift the edges and tack pieces inside. Okay, let's see here. I'm gonna bring my ruler because like I said, let's keep it straight. I don't wanna have my photo all twisted. So let's see here. Make sure that my photo is in place. There we go. And now we're gonna start. I'm gonna bring some foam adhesive for this thing. Let's see, I have some here. I have a few different widths of foam adhesive handy right now. So let's see which one of these helps. Let's start, you know, tucking leaves and everything like that. So we're gonna start with this. Put some here. So even though it's black, it's gonna have to do for now. So we're going to put some again. Consider where you're adding your foam adhesive. I'm gonna add it right in the center. That's gonna let me tuck in behind the envelope, but also give some height to the edges. So there we go. And then another one here. So I'm just making sure that when I attach it, I'm gonna glue some of this down. Yeah. There we go. Some of them are gonna be with foam adhesive, and that's gonna create the dimension. That's gonna give you some levels. Some of them are gonna sit flat on the layout. I'm just going to not add the adhesive at the tips of the leaves, right on the center, so I'm able to curl the leaves a little bit. So keep that in mind when you add in you're creating your little clusters. You know, little things that just make your pages pop a little bit more from the. So here again, I'm gonna add some little bit of tape at the bottom, just because I'm tucking it there. But I am gonna add a little bit of foam adhesive at the tip. Yeah, see, somebody's using my word flow. I love the word flow. That's like, you know, I always think layouts should, like, you know, flow as you want the eye of the person that's looking at them, you know, to see them. That's always what I think. Just, I don't know, just, you know, you just want to, when you create a page, regardless, even when it's a card, you always think, what's the thing that you want them to, like, you know, the one, like, you know, the one to stand out. In this case, I want the photo, but I wanted to go through the entire page. I put effort into this. I did all this. So you want to make sure that, you know, you add a way to guide the eye and creating flow on a page. This is what I call flow. What I call flow. Might be another term. I don't know. If you know of another term, let me know. It's just an easy way to, like, you know, move your eye throughout the page, move your eye. There you go. So I think I'm happy with this. I just might add this one here, but for now, let's I think this needs a little bit more here. So I'm just not this one, something that adds to the curl here. So let's see, maybe this here. No, looks very similar. Again, you see how I'm guessing everything right now? Okay, I like this better. There we go. Just think of it as hugging the envelope in a way. So here, even though this is flat, this might have to go a little bit of a lift. There we go. So I am talking to myself, and I hope you heard me whispering to myself, not a good thing. So we have our first cluster. We're gonna go on to the next one. And this one I'm gonna take the longest. Honestly, it's just playing with your leaves, like, you know, so that they look, like I said, you're gonna create your flow with your leaves. So this is what's gonna take the longest, and then embellishing and embellishing the layout in this case, it's gonna take you the longest. But again, go ahead and check the Indigo Vines this washi tape. It's beautiful. There's a lot that you can do, not just you know, fall this, because of the color. This washi tape is going to lend you to a lot of different seasons, a lot of different feels for your pages or your cards. It's a beautiful washi tape, actually. You know, and if you get the stencil, then you can change, you know, the tone of the leaves, making it your own. And maybe we'll look at that. Let me see. Thank you. I don't think I have a designer eye, but thank you. I'm kind of blushing right now. Thank God you can see it, because, oh God, it's not very, you know, it's not that nice. So I'm just going through that, adding a little, you know, some extra stickers. And if you hear that ding, because that's work, you know, somebody's texting me. There's something that I have to do that it's going to get done after I finish talking to you guys. So there we go. We're just going to keep adding some foam adhesive. These ones, I do want to add some foam adhesive. I do want to have the leaves kind of like, you know, flowing on my page. So you're going to see that I am actually adding foam adhesive to most of them. Yeah. So like I said, I'm just copying some of the stuff here. I'm just reading some of the stuff here. Love the one. I'm not a fan of the blue. Oh no, you know what? The blue you're gonna see here, like I said, this is very monochromatic, but the blue is beautiful. Maybe because I like darker colors, even though it might not look like it. And you always see me wearing black when I do my lives, and it's because my closet is inundated by black. So maybe that is why I really find this washi beautiful. But it is beautiful. It is. It's just the movement of the leaves. Like I said, this one is the perfect washi for all seasons. So you see, we forgot to tag this down. So Natalie, you forgot this. So let me just add a little bit of blue. And I went to my table here. So if you forgot to, you know, I forgot, no, I forgot to tag this. I'm just gonna add a little bit of blue here. And I lightly lift the little strip of paper. A little bit of glue here so it doesn't move. Same up here. There we go. Just make sure, as long as I tag the edges, I should be okay. And where did I leave? Okay, there we go. No, I'm just kidding. No, you know what? I think the blue is beautiful, the washi tape, but I think with the stencil, you can make it any color. So I have the stencil. I have to play with it. I need to find more time to, like, you know, do this. I need another one. I need to fill this, you know, create that curl. So it needs one more there. So let me see. See, I'm just gonna add this here. And that is everything for this. So I hope you can see it. See how I have my kind of begins here. It wraps. Think of it as it's coming behind the column. It's coming on top of the picture. It's gonna be hidden. And then the end tails are gonna be right here. And by creating this motion at the same time, I'm adding the perfect spot for my title right here. So like I said, everything is gonna be in this column. And so again, I'm just going to add a few more here. This is all about, you know, like I said, you're gonna see that everything here is pretty much blue. It's gonna be some teal because the washi tape has a little bit of teal, which is great for my daughter's foot. Like, you know, she's wearing the teal jacket. I think this one needs to be glued because I need to be, you know, different. I might add another one here. Just because I'm looking at it and I think it needs something that is gonna come into the page right like there. Okay, so we're gonna glue this one here. trying to read right now. Something here. So pretty. Okay, there we go. I think, I don't know, this one is giving me, a hard time right here. Let me see. For now, let's put it on the side. I'm just gonna put it right there. So the bulk of my layout is done. So we're gonna set this aside for a little bit, and I'm gonna show you what we're gonna do with them foiling. Okay, so I did this for the block hop, and you're gonna see that my mistake today was to use really thick cardstock. I shouldn't have. I am using, this is the Abstract Triangle hot foil plate, and it actually has a matching stamp set. This is the ones that are rubber, the cling stamp. And when I saw this, I was like, oh, I need those in my life, because I have a few ideas for them. You see them when it comes to Christmas. If you do a December daily, then this, I want to show you a fun idea with this. I'm gonna get those going. So I actually use opal for this. This is opal foil. And this one, I think it's called Starbright or Starlight. I can't remember, but it's a light blue. And I'm okay at the bottom. It doesn't affect me that at the bottom it matte or anything. I'm gonna keep the negative pieces, because I am hoping that, Heather and Kinari send me the nice, beautiful hot plates, that they're coming up with. And I have to be honest, I did go dumpster diving for the pieces of foil once Heather showed on her live last time, what she did with that. So I'm gonna move this out of the way. Gonna move my little here. And when I created my layout for the block hop, I actually used, I think it's the diagonal stripe. And I actually used same thing. This is opal, this is gold, and this is opal on teal. So these are great for backgrounds. These are great for cards, but these are great to create the alphas for your layout. So this is what we are going to use today to create our title. And I thought it was a nice idea to actually bring some shine onto the page, stay within the color, we're going monochromatic, and that's what I went with the opal. It just gives you a little shine. I hope you can see it, but the blue here gives you brings the tones that we have on the background and on the washi tape. So we are gonna put this aside, and I have my dies here. And some of my favorite dies here too. I have the Heather and the Leah lowercase dies. And I'm gonna pull them out because I wanna use a combination of the two to cut my letters. So I'm trying to read as much as I can. Oh, that's good. Okay, let's see. You can come over anytime you want to and use my stuff. I have no problem. My doors are open. You want to come and play with my stamps, go ahead. That's why I let you in my apartment. You are welcome to come anytime, any of you, honestly. You will have to deal with my dog. That's the only thing. So I like this S. I want to add some of the movement that this, just to help me with what I have. So the S comes from the Leah's Ornate. Let me see how the M looks like. No, I don't want something that goes there. Let's see. Actually, you know what? Let's switch it. The S from the Heather, the M from the Leah, from the Leah's. So the I from here. I'm just setting everything in place. So, let me see how the L looks very simple on both. I know that much. So where's the L for this one? I know because I went through this before and I was like, I was trying to hope an L that had like a swirl and it doesn't. So I'm going to use just the one from the Heather one. And then I'm going to use the E from, see, I have them mixed up. Is the E from this one? Why do I have two E's? Oh, there's a O. Oh my God, I can even see. And then again, I ordered new glasses because I need new glasses. So that's going to be my title, Smile. Like I use a combination of both of the dies. I'm going to move this to the side. And sorry guys, I'm just bringing my die cutting machine here to the table so you guys can see it. Let's see. Here's what we're gonna do. Again, this is the I think I want to use this part where it has the light blue, it just shines a little bit more. But just in case I have this handy, I don't throw away my pieces. Like I said, we're gonna try both. Let's see what looks better. So I'm just going to set it here. I'm just gonna start cutting. And I'm gonna cut it from both of the papers that I have here. This blue here has more of a purple. This one here has more of like a purplish tone. This one here is more of a navy. So let's see what looks better. See, we're just gonna cut it. Again, there's a lot of things that you can do with, like, your hot foil plates, not just for backgrounds. You can create die cuts out of them. You can create, in this case, you can create your alphas. It's just gonna bring a little bit of shine to the page. So let's see. I have them cut. Here it is. Let me bring my little pokey tool here. I'm just gonna move it to the side here. I'm gonna move the letters. So see the M cut. Oh, this little piece didn't cut that well, but it's okay. I don't want to use the outside of the letter. I'm just gonna use the inside. So if you see me rip it, I'm sorry. My bad. Okay. I have the E and I have the little dot of the I here. I'm just moving all the pieces onto this. And just to make sure that, I get the right, I'm gonna cut this one too. I don't mind, if I have to use more foil after, I don't mind it. I'm kind of addicted to that machine. I'm so glad I bought it when, I found it. And I am very glad that I bought it. I know that, like I said, there is a shortage of machines right now because the demand is really high. But if you can get a hold of it, go ahead and buy one if you can afford it, of course, because it is such a good investment. It just brings that extra to your projects, and it becomes an addiction. That's the only thing that I'm going to warn you. It becomes an addiction. So let's see here. We're just going to cut this. And then we'll make a decision which one looks better. If this one here with the diagonal stripe or the other one with the abstract triangles. So again, take my little dies. I'll separate them after. Just looking at the time, making sure we have time. Yes, we're fine with time. We're almost done. So again, when you have beautiful products, my line, it takes very little to make a layout that is beautiful. Yes, let's move the dies. Let's put them right here. I'm gonna take my little paper with my die cut, set it aside. Let's move the machine out of the way. So okay, so going back to the layout, start here. So let's see. I kind of like this navy better, but until we don't put it on the layout, we're not gonna see what looks better. Then again, like I said, my machine is giving me a hard time in some of them. Just separate it here. And I don't want the outlines, I just want the inside of the letters. So I'm okay if I hack them a little bit. So just separating this. See how the foil, it just brings a little bit extra to your die cuts. They're just not flat. They're just gonna bring that little bit of shine, which is gonna be more reason to add some sparkle at the end to the page. So just going through it. Cutting everything here. That's it. For some reason, my die cutting machine is acting up on me today, right when I need it. When sometimes when you want things to go like all smooth and it doesn't work out that way. So for now, we're just going to make sure that to trim a bit here, which is so unusual because usually, they cut like butter, but this time for some, what? I'm using heavy cardstock. For some reason, I did not have like, this one I think is, I don't know what company it's from, but it was a little bit thicker than the one that I usually use. So I think that's why. But it's all coming. And there we go. Like I said, I just want the inside of the letters. There we go. So you see how that little bit of the foiling makes a big difference? Just brings a little bit of shine. I don't know, makes it like a little bit special. But we're gonna try these other ones just to make sure that, that we have the best of what we can do with this. So let's see. I think the navy pops much better. Oh yeah, we gotta go with the navy. Yeah, the navy is much better. But you know what? Let's do this. We're gonna use this as the backing for the other letters. And I'm making a mess on my table. thank God you cannot see my floor because I forgot to put it. I usually have a little waste basket underneath my table and I forgot to move it today. So everything is falling on the floor right now. And I know Heather's probably going to be like, oh my God, like, you know, I'm making a mess because she's really neat when she does her lives. Not my case today. I totally, like I said, right before I came live, I had a phone call that I had to deal with some package that is not here and it has a deadline. So, you know, a little bit sidetracked at that moment. So, but I'm just going back to working on this. Again, like I said, I don't know what's wrong with my, I think it's my, you know what, I think I know what it is. I know what it is. Okay. I need to get my, like, you know, new plates for my die cutting machine. I think it's already, they're kind of, I don't know, they kind of curl. So I think I need to use, and I have them. I should just pull those ones. Oh. So I'm hacking this, not a good thing. Sorry, it's not like, you know, my brightest moment, but let's see here. Oh, this effect is driving me insane. So I like the navy better. I wish I would have used the diagonal design on them because I think it would have shown more shine to them, but I like the, so all I'm gonna use is I'm gonna use this die cuts. Oh, I know. You know, it's just easier to throw it on the floor. We sweep after, but I usually, like I said, I'm kind of neat when it comes to that. I usually have a wastebasket underneath my table, always have. Or whenever I sit like at the dining table to work, I have a wastebasket right next to the chair that I work with, just because it's easier to throw it. Otherwise, trust me, you'd be like walking on little like confetti. So it's better to have something underneath. So I'm just gonna go ahead and glue them, just gonna make them a little bit sturdier that way. But I'm gonna stay with the navy. Like I said, I wish I would have done this with the diagonal stripe. I think it would have shown more of the shine. But just so you have an idea of what you can do with your, if you have leftover pieces of the foil plates, like, you know, when you foil your plate with this, when you create a background, you can create die cuts with them and they come out beautiful. Like I said, I did that for the block cup and I really, really enjoy it. I like stretching my staff, seeing what else I can do with them and bringing like card making a material into scrapbooking. It's always fun. So I'm just gluing the one letter to the other one, just gonna make it a little bit thicker, make it a little bit sturdier, that's the word. But I'm liking the little lines that the abstract plate create on the navy. It just makes them shine. And I love that. So I'm just going to, you know, like I said, this was the part that's gonna take the longest between foiling and actually die cutting. I know, I was thinking about it. So now that I'm looking at it, somebody said, yes, I know. No, but I'm not, I'm gonna stick to what I did. But next time, I think it would be nicer to have like the diagonal just because it's gonna show more shine. But then, you know what? Then I think about it, I can add more shine with my gems or with like something else onto this page. So there's always a opportunity to add, you know, extra shine. So let's just move this to the side a little bit because what I have here, and I'm sure you all have, is the little pieces of the die cuts. It's driving me insane. So I'm gonna clean that up. I'm gonna bring my ruler again, and make it straight. And I'm gonna glue them right onto the back. So I don't wanna add more foam adhesive behind. Let's see. I'm just going to here. Oh, I'm just reading what you're saying about the website changes. Oh, about the email. Oh, the email was really nice. Okay, so let's see. Make sure that I have everything centered. And I'm working background. So I'm just gonna glue them straight onto my page. It's okay. I want them to be like, I don't want them to stand out. It's okay. There's a magnet, like, you know, there's a reason why I'm doing this. So it's gonna sit right. Remember, everything is sitting inside the column, so we're good to go here. And we're almost finished. So the key here is to create your embellishments, have them ready. And we're gonna add a few more embellishments and we are gonna be finished in a bit. So just putting everything in place. I just need the S. Right nice there. There we go. Okay, let's see. Okay, so we need to add, finish the title. So I'm gonna bring my mini alpha up in here, and I'm gonna pray that I have the letters that I'm looking for. And I just realized that I need an extra. No, I don't think so. So let's see, autumn. Let's make sure that I have all. I have two L's that are, no, of course not. But go here. Take the center of this. So if I'm talking to myself, I love them. People store them. People store to keep them fluffy. When you put this layout on your page protectors, you have to keep in mind that not all page protectors are created equal. If some of them are a little bit more generous on the width of the page, so you have a space to have like so your pieces won't go flat. That's the best way that I can think about it. So I can't tell you exactly which ones I use, but the ones I have are a little bit bigger than 12 by 12. So I am able to put them there, and you know, they work fine. So I'm just gonna go into, I have a second set here. I'm trying to find another L that's blue. Like I said, I'm trying to stay as monochromatic as I can, and I think we are achieving that. See here. Yeah, I might have to move them a little bit more. So I'm gonna show you a little trick. Take them there and push a little bit. Hi. There we go. You saw my head, I'm sorry. I just realizing that I think you saw my head most of anything. So what I do to create like the straight line, I'm gonna show you again. So get your scissor, again, scissor. Get your ruler, put it right there against, you know, your stickers, and then like apply pressure. That's just gonna lightly move them and keep them aligned. So that's what I did, and that's how I created the straight line. Okay. It seems that there we go. So pretty much I'm done, but I think we need to add more embellishment. So don't worry, we're gonna add more here. Not much more. We're pretty much like, you know, the bulk of it is done. So one of the things that I have here, and I kept aside, this one here. Thankful for you. So I know that this one is gonna be right here. I need to pump more of that blue in place. Yeah, I pull out a stamp set, and I'm gonna bring it because it's going to. This is the blueberry, sorry, lemons and blueberries stamp set. There's a small sentiment here that says, I'm so grateful for you. So I know that this, I want to add it right here. Okay. I like stamping on my layouts, adding those little touches, and I have my little detailing. This is black detailing ink. Add some sentiment. So I know I'm gonna go right here at the bottom. Okay. I don't know if I'm going to repeat this sentiment here, just the perfect size. Yeah, I'm gonna put it right here. I'm gonna repeat the sentiment. It says, I am so grateful for you. So again, repetition is the key to a cohesive layout. Again, and another time over here. And I'm very thankful for my children. So there we go, right there. So I clean that after, put that aside because I think we're almost out of time. Move this here. You do not want to see the mess that I'm creating. That's all I have to say. You do not want to see. Here, we're just gonna add a few more blue that matches the colors. It's gonna go. Let's see what we're gonna add. I think I like it here. I don't like the circle there. Makes it look like a spider. So let's see. Perfect. It's a little maybe nice. I need to repeat the circles. If I added one there, I need to add a few more. It's full vibes, even though it has blue. Okay, it goes with the gray there. And then we need something very photo. I don't want the hello. I'm thinking I'm for my other right here. I lift a bit here and place it there. So I have repetition on my triangles. I'm creating my triangle. And just to finish, I am actually gonna add some shine. What I have in hand here. I'm gonna go with something very neutral. These are, let me see the name, Glacier Jewels. I remember the name. I remember they have a name. Aren't you so proud of me, Heather? Because before I thought they were just white, pink, but actually they have names. So I'm just gonna add them wherever I have the circles, just to emphasize, you know, those little accents. I'm not gonna add many, I'm just gonna add 2. I don't wanna add much more. So just place them, I'll glue them after. So you see what everything is gonna set. I need to add a few more over here, because you know, bling is always a nice thing to have. I'm gonna add 1 to the eye here. Go. And then just to finish, I think I'm gonna sprinkle a few more down here. Of course, the right way, not the opposite way. So I'm sticking to my fingers. Okay, so I'm just gonna sprinkle a few more around the leaves here. And I think I am done. Like I said, I'm gonna glue them after, so I can flip the camera and talk to you before we say goodbye. But this is my layout, very monochromatic. Again, monochromatic doesn't mean boring. It means just you're emphasizing one color. And I hope you like it. As always, you know, if you have any questions, do not hesitate to contact me again. See, I'm just looking at it going, I should glue it, and I'm going to, because it's gonna drive me insane. So a little bit of glue, create the curl. There you go. Stay there. Again, so remember, there's gonna be a winner. I'm sure Heather's like, you know, working on picking a winner from the comments. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm gonna flip the camera so I can see you. Give me 1 second. You're gonna see the sweaty mess that I am probably. There you go. Thank you so much for joining me. And this was fun. Again, like I said, I'm gonna turn off the light so you can see me, because the lights are making me look like darker than I am. There we go, better. So as always, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact me. All the materials that I use besides the white cardstock, they're available at the shop. Go and check them out. And I'm sure that Heather is picking a winner. Remember, there's always a sale this weekend. And I read a few comments about the email that went out today. Go ahead and read it. Subscribe to the newsletter. You can find that in the blog. Remember, tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken, there's a craft tower at 11 with Jeff, and I think Erica is on tomorrow. So you'll see me there. It's always nice to see them. As always, let me see who won the car. Amanda, congratulations. Make sure you let us know what you buy with the money, because we like to know what you buy, and I want to see how you use it. If you actually inspired by the layout, remember to, you know, tag us. I would love to see what you create. And remember, you still have 1 more week to join in the challenge. This was an idea based on the challenge vegetation and greenery. So I don't know what else to tell you, but thank you. Thank you so much for joining me today. It's always fun, even though I talk a lot. Thank you, Heather, for, you know, being the voice in the sky. As always, oh, yes, congratulations, Amanda. I'm reading down because I'm looking at my phone, making sure that, you know, I don't miss anything. Thank you so much for being here today. And I think I'll see you back in 2 weeks. And like I said, be ready for Christmas, because we are going to pull out the new Holiday Magic collection, and we're going to create something fun. If you have foil in place, bring them out. We're going to use them. I have an idea, and I had the idea as soon as I saw the hard foil plates, and then the collection came, and it's going to become a reality. So be sure to, you know, I'll see you tomorrow in the craft hour. Thank you so much for joining me. Enjoy your weekend. I'm going to go drink some water and cool off because it's really hot. So thank you, guys.